Tell me about your experience with Will, like recruiting him, and then
he loved recruiting.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah, he probably decommitted about 26
No,
times.
I fucking didn't, dude.
You decommit?
Oh, he loved it.
I didn't decommit, but I was.
He wanted to be loved.
Yeah.
He wanted to
Just
talk on the phone all the time.
Hey, at the end of the day, that's all we all want, right? We just want to be loved.
Like I would hang up the phone with him and I would just look at my wife and say, I hope he goes somewhere else.
Oh,
no, I did not. No, I didn't.
Just start crying on the pod.
yeah.
No,
Did you have a lot of offers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had offers. I had some offers. I
He
was
was
really-
a big-
4-star athlete.
big recruit. And, obviously it was my first year. So we worked hard on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me, I for a while, I tell him the story.
Which one?
Like how it ended. Because he was getting ready to flip.
Yeah. So
Who are you going to flip to?
probably it was Illinois or Mizzou. So just to give
tough.
give context, like Illinois had just competed in the Rose Bowl against USC, and they had Jay Lehman, who was like an All-American linebacker.
Zook was there at the time, and he was really, Zook was a great recruiter.
Yeah, because Champaign doesn't seem like the most fun place in the world.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely glad I didn't go there. And then Mizzou had Chase Daniel.
Shout out Illinois.
Yeah, Mizzou had Chase Daniel and Jeremy Macklin, and they were, in the Big 12 championship. They were like that close, so you had the instant pressure of going to Mizzou.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had committed to Nebraska before the season started, so before Nebraska's even playing, we had like a top 5 recruiting class. Blaine Gabbert was the quarterback, 5-star quarterback. We had a top 5 recruiting class for sure, in all the rival rankings and shit. And Nebraska had a bad year. They went like 5-7 maybe. It was the first time they hadn't done something in X amount of years. So they fired Bill Callahan. They wanted like his head on a stake, basically. Nebraska's crazy when it goes off. We were talking about all the breakup stuff earlier with him. Exit by 10 with Bill Callahan.
Yeah.
And so Nebraska's basically falling apart. It's not like the 90s, this, that, the other. And so guys are decommitting. They're jumping ship. And Mizzou and Illinois were having good years, and they were recruiting me hard. And there was this time where they didn't have a head coach in place in Bo. They didn't have an AD yet. So I was taking visits to other places because I was probably going to decommit and go somewhere else. And Tom Osborne gets hired as the AD. He comes into old Bonne Terre, Missouri. Old teachers are going nuts about Tom Osborne because he's like one of the most winningest coaches of all time. And he's like, I can assure you, you're going to like the new head coach. And, you're sitting there as a kid fucking drinking your own Kool-Aid and shit like that. Like, I still figured I was going to go somewhere else. Bo gets hired. I go on an official visit to Nebraska. It was a solid visit. Shout out Blake Lawrence. He was my host. Bo, he did a great job. He took my mom to church because that's what did it. And that's what did it for my mom.
Yeah.
We get back. You know how it is getting recruited. Like,
was it a special kind of church, or was it just the fact?
Well, he just taking her to church. My mom, she's a Catholic school principal.
Yeah, I know that.
So she's like that really tugged on her heartstrings. And at that point, being a senior, you're having to miss basketball games, watching your friends, the volleyball games, like going to stuff because you're having in-home visits. That's back when you can get texts, phone calls all the time. There's like no limit. So I'm just over recruiting. Like Notre Dame came in late, which is where I wanted to go initially. And I just didn't want to go on a visit because like I just don't care anymore at this point.
But Notre Dame offered late?
Notre Dame offered late, like after guys didn't commit at the All-American games. So I was like a fucking, backup.
Yeah, last little piece.
Yeah. And so Mizzou visits my mom's school at St. Rose. This is a week before I'm announcing. It's
So you
tough
weren't
to even
committed?
say that.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to.
I'm going to make my announcement on Tuesday before.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but that's how it was done.
Yeah.
That's
No
like
doubt.
a big deal. You got the
tough
hats
to-
in front of
right.
you. The families
And,
behind
That's
you.
what we'd be at a staff meeting, and I would be like, no offense, pardon my French, but is this guy a douche?
Oh, that hurts. So
feelings are being
Mizzou, the linebacker coach comes and visits my mom at her school. Comes to the school and visits. Logan's with me. And so we have a good time at the school, and I'm like, he's like, yo, what, who are you going to pick out of, Mizzou and Illinois? Because I had told my mom, look, I'm not going to Nebraska. Like, it's not going to happen. Because she had such a good time on the visit. My mom starts crying, like in the living room, because she wants me to go to Nebraska because she loves Bo.
Nice work.
Yeah, exactly. And, I was just like, it's going to be Missouri, Illinois. Plus, it's closer to home. I can be closer to home. And the old man, he's like, oh, you got to go. You got to, don't worry about that shit. Don't worry about the in-state pressure, blah, blah, blah. So Bo calls me on the way back from Mizzou visiting my mom at school. Bo calls me, Comp, what's up? Comp, Daddy, what's up? You said Daddy. Comp Daddy.
I guarantee I didn't say that.
Comp Daddy, what's up, baby?
He's embellishing things.
Yeah.
There's no way.
It sounds like
and
that's
he
the way
goes,
talks.
can you let me do one more favor before you make your decision next week? And it's kind of like a courtesy yes. I'm kind of like, yeah, sure, what's up? Because I'm thinking, what could it be? And he goes, I want to fly my staff down for Sunday to watch the NFC Championship game. And I'm bummed that I said yes. Like, I do the favor because I'm like, I'm over the in-home visits. I'm over all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, sure, coach, we can do that. And he's like, I want to fly down, Carl, the D coordinator, linebacker coach, DB, all the defensive staff.
You didn't send Dob.
Didn't send Dob. Dob wasn't, stay-at-home Dob.
I was working.
Yeah. And
Dob's grinding. Dob's the man behind the man.
The Nebraska staff comes in that night for the NFC Championship game, and I'm talking like, it's like the wedding. Like everyone's vibing in different rooms. Everyone's kind of cross-pollinating, like having the best time ever. And they walked out.
It was a fun time.
Great time. We're teaching the old guys about the new iPhone. Like we're playing games in the other room. Some people are watching the NFC
Championship. I can't imagine what that process was with the iPhone.
You're right.
So I just got to press the button and it all goes back.
And Eckler, the linebacker coach, he has this temporary tattoo that looks real of my name on his arm and everything else. Like we just have a great night.
Oh, you definitely said Comp Daddy if you got coaches with temporary tattoos.
No, I found out about that later.
And so they walk out of the house and I'm like, yo, this is, I don't know who else I'd rather play for. Like people always say, pick the school, pick this and that. And, I'm always somebody who I picked the staff because when they left, I was like, these are who I want to play for. These guys are who I want to play for. And from that moment, then I went Big Red.
Really?
Yeah. Swayed.
So the last swing was a home run.
Because it was going the other way. There's no doubt.
Yeah,
it really
was.
Your head, you're going to Missouri.
Probably Missouri.
Illinois.
It was probably Mizzou. Probably Mizzou.
He might have committed to 4 skulls in those 4 days.
Fuck.
You might have.
Hey, my freshman year, when I was redshirted, Mizzou waxed us.
Oh, they kicked.
And I remember Carl coming over like, trust me, we'll never lose to Mizzou. Like this will never happen again. Yeah.
Oh, we could have had something.
Well, you got offered by Nebraska. We could have had something.
Yeah, no question.
Bo, what's one of your?
Bo didn't press me like he pressed you though. Bo, he came to the school and it was awesome. I was like, he was the first head coach. I think the only head coach to come see me. So I thought that was the coolest shit ever. But other than that, it was kind of like,
you committed really quick to Michigan.
It was a couple months, but like I said, all this happened in a 3-month period.
What'd they do out there in Michigan?
I got that dough, baby.
Did you get paid?
No, I didn't get paid. Dude, I was.
Have you ever?
What?
Have you ever slid an envelope?
No.
To a player?
No.
All right.
You got boosters for that.
Yeah.
Coaches don't do that. Yeah.
Any good booster stories in the tank?
No. I mean, there was no one at Nebraska.
He's such a fucking liar, dude. But I love it. I love it.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
No, all the years you've known me, do you think that I would pay a player?
100%. I'm fucking with you.
I would quit before I would do that. There's no way.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Because I think they'd own you.
You're at LSU, dude. You're in the SEC.
No, let me tell you, LSU does not cheat.
The fuck. Okay.
Well, now I was with you.
Like Chicago. I mean, I don't know what happens. I don't know if there's some.
We'll have Tyron Matthew on here at some point. We'll
insurance
ask him.
policy.
I mean, I don't know if there's some booster somewhere that gives. You can't control that. I mean,
well, yeah, you can't control that, but I'm just saying, like, if you're aware of it, that's all I was asking.
No, I've never saw it.
Okay.
But I also think that people know me well enough to know that I wouldn't want to be around that.
Yeah.
So, so they wouldn't. I mean, they wouldn't do it.
I know.
I believe you as a coach. You didn't pay any players or facilitate that move. But I mean, LSU definitely paying people.
Come on. We're talking about the SEC, baby. We're talking high level SEC ball.
Well, I've said this. I truly believe that this whole NIL thing, all it does is, the stuff was going on. I mean, from the boosters and all that stuff was going on. So all they did was make some of the cheating that was happening legal.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
What's one of your crazier recruiting stories? Tell the porn one. I hope you guys like this clip. If you want to continue to be for the boys, you need to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share with a friend, and check out our playlist. We have all the links right here on the screen. As always, biggest of hugs and tiniest of kisses. Also, go check out the full episodes, but always for the boys.